This is Laces.
This is Zeal, and we
And we
are
are
Loner.
Loner.
No, it didn't work.
We got the last bit.
Yeah, I didn't feel it, you know what I mean?
I didn't feel the pizzazz, alright.
We need a countdown. No, we don't need a countdown, it doesn't work. Oh, God.
This is Laces.
This is Zeal,
And we are Loner. Nailed it.
This is interesting because I feel like one day in the future I'm just going to hear this audio back, and it's going to be very surreal.
Yeah.
On the phone, iconic,
Yeah, no, that's pretty Zeal.
with the charger and everything.
Yeah, that's so Zeal. This is in my freshest form. So Loner is a Melbourne-based collective of internet bass and alternative club music.
Sort of trying to highlight styles that you don't really hear in Melbourne.
As a kid, I was like really into like bass music, and I guess now I've sort of shifted more towards like older styles of electronic music and like rave music and like chill electronica.
Yeah, I don't know, just like listening to stuff alone during class when I was 15, and I sort of just one day decided I wanted to do DJ stuff and sort of just taken that forward. I think the initial curve is kind of like, you definitely have to learn the whole board first. Obviously you have to know what like play and pause is and stuff, and you have to learn how frequency ranges work. Once you get that past, I think like the initial learning curve is pretty chill, and then it sort of spikes once you get to a certain point. I feel like if you really wanted to learn to DJ and you just want to do like a good mix, you could definitely sort of get into it easier. Like it's really not that hard at the start. With like a basic knowledge and like interest in music, you could probably.
When I first turned 18, I went crazy just going around to everything. He had a similar experience.
As you did, yeah.
But yeah, he's like a year behind me, so it's like,
Yeah,
I
hit
did
me
it,
late.
and then a year later he was like, all right, it's my turn. And so we both explored in very different avenues and experienced a lot of stuff together eventually. The guy that tried to fight me through the window at the kebab shop after Baby Club,
That was iconic.
he threw
Oh,
like
yeah,
a can
I
of,
wasn't there.
he
You
threw
weren't
a
there.
can of V at the window, and then he came in and headbutted me.
It was on He came in and headbutted
He
you.
headbutted me.
Took you out, bro.
I was just like, what the hell? I was approached by someone to run a club night, and I was like 19 and I'd never done anything like this in my life. I'd only been a patron and played maybe 1 or 2 gigs in my life. A friend hit us up and they said, look, in a week they're running like an event and the upstairs is free and we need someone to run a party here. I messaged my best friend Hudson, Laces, and I said, yo dude, you want to jump on this with me? Like this sounds like really cool. And then I guess a whole bunch of ideas just like, we just bounced ideas off each other. I'd like to see the community itself improve more and come together more, because it's very spread out right now. Like you can have multiple parties doing similar things, but they don't
Yeah, not a lot of crossover.
they don't cross over enough, and I think that's a big issue, especially with such a loose scene like ours where everyone's into everything.
What do we even like? What venues do we play at? I don't even know.
Croft,
I mean, like what type of venues? Yeah, definitely like the more visually pleasing ones. We should say that.
like the whole like addict vibe.
I like that, or addict or basement. I'm cool with both.
Yeah, we just want like intimate's the word, yeah.
Yeah, intimate. Yeah, intimate, but like sweatboxy as well.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like,
Intimate rave.
yeah, you just rave. I feel like that's even the perfect.
Yeah.
Like, if someone thinks of a rave, that's like this dark room,
Dark
full of
spots with
flashing lights,
crazy
and
lights.
it's usually small, like a garage.
I know my style's blue check is from the heart of a prophet. You're not measured by whatever though you got in your wallet. You're measured by whatever knowledge that you got in your noggin. Every minute that passes is just another moment gone. Life's too short to feel like we don't belong. Ayy, these are the moments that we live for, baby. Can't nobody tell us nothing, we gon' see more, baby. Yeah.
I think Melbourne has a great energy for pop-ups, and like overall Melbourne has like a sense of style. I think it's undoubtable, right?
Melbourne's very big on house music and techno, and so when you sort of go against that, a lot of venues are like not willing to open their doors to you. It's a bit difficult because it's like, oh, you know, 75 people will come to your event and they go, oh, well, no thanks, because you know they want to obviously make money because they're a business, and we're not exactly doing the most commercial thing, so.
But that being said, like despite the lack of variance from our perspective, I still think the scene's pretty solid. Like you meet a lot of people and there's like a lot of good stuff going around. That's just the music that we sort of want to innovate on.
When people come to Lona, I want them to have the same experience that I had when I saw some of my first DJ sets. And I want people to just be like, whoa, like I've never heard this before. Well, I guess when people think of underground electronic music, it's always usually house and techno. So I think Lona is trying to be like even more underground than that.
Let's ride, do this thing called life. Don't you hide, embrace the fight. You don't get twice. Take that ride, reach that light. It'll be alright, we'll be alright. You gotta look for a baby, so you can stack and have this money. Go to the big days of money. Don't let these haters tell you nothing. And I got it like that. That's what all my niggas look at me in my bag. Don't you look at no one else when you say I ain't feeling myself.
You can see a rat
Oh,
chilling,
whoa.
silhouetted.
Film the rat, bro.
Film the rat.
Film the rat.
Hey cameraman, film the rat.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I got it.
Yo. No, we got a
Rat
little
on deck. He's part of Lona, bro.
This is